We are here with the Help Hope Heroes podcast,
Stephen Center, for me, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
recorded live at a homeless shelter.
I basically reinvented myself with the Stephen Center.
Our clients are the homeless, the addicted, those in poverty.
We fight the good fight.
Tear down some stigmas.
They taught me those life skills that I didn't have.
What does Help Hope Heroes mean to you?
If you come to the Stephen Center, you will be changed in a really good way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Thank you, Matt, for bringing us into the show today. We are here with the Help Hope Heroes podcast. It's a Stephen Center podcast recorded live at a homeless shelter. I'm Michael Murphy, the marketing director here at Stephen Center, with my co-host
Ryan McNeil.
And what's your title here, Ryan?
It changes by the day, but today it's marketing associate.
I think we'll stick with it. That's a good one. And then, of course, our humble guest,
Chef Robert Wilson.
Chef Robert Wilson in the house. How you doing?
Yes, I'm good.
You look
day.
good.
It's Friday.
Yeah, you look happy.
Yeah, Reuben Fridays are always a good day to end the week on.
Oh, that's what it was today?
Yes.
Talk to us about those Reubens real quick.
Oh, well, we had a bunch of corned beef donated from St. Patrick's Day,
Nice.
which is perfect.
Yeah.
And then all the cabbage, I turned that into the Reuben topping instead of the sauerkraut. I'd used the baked cabbage, so it was a nice mellow sandwich that everybody really enjoyed.
Toasted on rye bread.
Yep, tossed with a little Thousand Island.
Oof.
I throw a little sugar in there just to sweeten it up a little bit.
You had to leave the Catholics out today, huh?
No, I did some fish. There's always fish donated too since this season.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we are actually talking about a meal that was prepared in our homeless shelter for Fran's Diner, which is our communal dining area. Over 80% of our food is donated. We cover the other 20% with monetary donations. Chef Robert gets a mixed bag
Yes.
on a daily basis
Yes,
of donated food.
3 times a week, we get our donations, which we're blessed with, and it's my job to go through them, pick out what I want for meals, and then I partner with other people that make sure other people get the food that we don't use as well.
Yeah, so we
it all goes
redistribute the food to other
yes,
missions
we
and
redistribute
pantries.
what I'm not using, so nothing goes to waste.
When in doubt, bring it down to Stephen Center.
Right,
Your donated
absolutely.
food. And so if we had a party that was catered and I had leftovers, would we take that?
Absolutely. Anything. Yeah, you bring it down and let me be the judge of it. You bring it to me and I'll take it, and what happens from there, that's up to me.
That's a good rule.
Right?
I like it. So let's just shoot straight from the hip here. What is Stephen Center to you?
Oh man, Stephen Center to me is it's an incredible foundation on my recovery, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Stephen Center, when I decided to get sober, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today. And it's such a part of me. It's part of my identity. I've created, I basically reinvented myself with the Stephen Center. And that team effort on the Stephen Center on my behalf has allowed me to be sober and thriving and happy and grateful and just everything that's all positive, which I never had back when I was addicted and thought I had a control of things, thought I was doing everything the way I was supposed to be doing them. But it's a completely different world for me, and I'm loving it. And like I said, I talked about maybe looking for another job somewhere, and my fiance said, I don't know, the Stephen Center is just a part of you. Yeah. I met you when you were there, and I fell in love with you while you were there, and it's just such a part of you. And I had to think about that, and she was right, absolutely.
Smart lady.
That's definitely a part of me, and I don't know where I'd be without him,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you bet.
So we were kind of wondering what it's like working with other clients. You said your wife she worked here and that's where you met her?
No. I met my fiance while I was here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
She didn't know me
Not a
before
wife yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's not rush it.
Yeah.
We're on native time with that. Okay?
It's okay for him to say that he's native.
Right. No, she had met me when I was at the Stephen Center, so that's the only me she knows. So that she just compared that Stephen Center being such a part of me, because when she seen me down here in the kitchen, she was like, "You're a totally different person. You're in your zone. You're totally happy. You can tell it in your face and your actions and your behavior." So it's my moment to shine as a person, which in the past I never had that many moments to do. So I'm a rock star when I'm here in the kitchen, and that's how I feel.
You really are.
It's just an incredible feeling, and I thank the Stephen Center for that.
Can't tell you how many times when I go speak on our behalf in public. Oh, Chef Robert?
Right on.
Heck yeah, I do. Oh, that guy's the best.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
you really you get that little rock star
that makes me
status.
feel good.
Hey.
Or when I'm in the grocery line and with my Steven Center shirt on, you know,
Yeah.
I'll get taps on the shoulders or excuse me. You know, they've seen me on TV, my 15 minutes of fame. So
Yeah.
so then I have an opportunity to tell them all about the Steven Center, because then I take that moment. I say, you got a few minutes? I tell you all about the Steven Center.
Yep.
So I'm even when I'm not here promoting the Steven Center, if somebody hits me on the streets about it,
Yep.
I tell them all about it.
Yeah, I could be late to my child's birth and maybe maybe not. But I could be late to something rather important. But if somebody has a quick question about Steven Center, it's worth taking that time.
Absolutely.
You go ask that question again. We got off track.
What is it like for you working with clients? Like, do you feel like your experience in their shoes helps you sort of mentor them, working with them in the kitchen?
Oh, very much so. On my side, looking through my eyes, when I see them come through the line, I can always tell which ones are having a good day, which ones are having a bad day, and it can take me right back to that moment when I was having that good day or when I was having that bad day. And if somebody would have just said a kind word to me, it could have changed my whole day. So I take that opportunity to do so. And it makes me feel like a better person. It's kind of a selfish motivation, but it works for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It makes me feel good. It makes them feel good. You know, we had Avantis in yesterday helping serve, and one of the gals commented on how much it was so inspirational because I interact with all the clients. Hi, how are you? How you doing today? The interaction that she's seen with me and the clients, really, she thought it was really inspirational. So that was a nice compliment.
That's great.
Yeah.
I had a question. Just maybe take us through a typical day for Chef Robert. Choose any day of the week, because I know you got your thing on Monday where you schedule the meals for
Right.
the week. So
Yeah, Monday is I come in and I walk around the kitchen, and first I go to the walk-in and I assess the donation situation over the weekend, so then I can get an eyeball and a mindset of what I'm looking at to prepare. So I'll do a sweep through the kitchen, and then I'll mull around for a couple hours looking like I haven't had my coffee, but when in actuality I'm just off in my head going, okay, if I do this for today, tomorrow I can do that for the next day. And so I spend a whole day Monday basically putting my ducks in a row.
Yep.
And then based on my volunteer clients that do show up on a regular basis, I prepare in my mind a schedule for them, so I know who's coming, what they're going to be doing for me in regards to what meal and what day. So it's a pretty good system. It works out really nice.
I think what's interesting about that is your staff fluctuates on any given day from 2 or 3 people to 15.
Right.
And then you
right.
just flex.
Yeah, we can get a lot done, and even when there's 2 to 2:15. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll hit a wall and I'll be like, there's really not nothing for you to do, but then I'll snap out of it and I'll find something for somebody to do. I'm just not thinking far enough ahead for, prep wise and stuff.
Yeah.
I've only got, maybe 3 days. Then I start thinking about that 4th day. I'm like, oh yeah, you can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, we were also meaning to ask you, what does Help Hope Heroes mean to you?
That is the name of our podcast, Help Hope Heroes.
And it seems like it means something different to everybody around Steven Center.
To me, Help Hope Heroes, it's basically a fundamental behavior for me, those 3 words, on how I can be a better person each day. Give people hope, help them, and it makes me feel like a hero, and to help them feel like a hero. So it's a behavior mod for me,
Nice.
those 3 words. Yeah.
That's cool. So we're going to dive into a little bit of stuff that's not having to do with Steven Center so much. We want to know about Robert. I understand you just got a personal trainer, my man.
Yes.
What's this about? Where's it coming from?
I'm 50 years old, man, and I got to lose some weight. I want to get myself healthy. I want to be around for a lot longer than I had expected. So
Yeah.
before I got sober, I didn't really concern myself with, my future, how long I want to be on this planet, but now that I'm sober, I have a wonderful job. I have a wonderful fiance. Everything in my life is just, it's great. So I did some reevaluating and come to the terms that I really need to get myself in better shape before it's too late. So
See, I thought the entire motivation was your golf game. right? I mean, that was a good answer.
I'm sure it's
but-
not going to hurt it.
Correct.
Right?
You're hitting
Right.
250 2 days ago.
You want to know here,
almost 300.
Here's,
when I
here's a
was
little
there.
bit of truth. I want to look better on my Harley for sure.
Yeah. So the profile changes a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to look like a fat guy on a bike. Right?
Go a little faster.
Yeah.
Going downhill, you should see the speeds he hit.
Right.
So talk to me about your golf game, though. Like, I know that you love it. You go as often as you
yeah.
can. You invite me out all the time, and I'm not fortunate enough to join you as much as you go.
Right.
I mean, you go a lot.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I'm blessed with. I have the ability to do that, to have a hobby now that I can enjoy and have the flexibility at my work to be able to go some days. If I've got all my work done and, I've come in early enough, I can get out of here an hour or two early. And
What do you find there, though? What is it about the golf course that kind of has you hooked?
well, you know what it is? It's the increasingly slow, but increasingly better game that I'm able to get under my belt. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, you're setting goals in your head.
I can notice I'm getting a little bit better, and so I just continue to keep going back and going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I never thought I would because I've always been under the influence golfing, and
Yeah.
I was like
That's no fun.
a very frustrated golfer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What is that for you, Ryan? Like, he has his golf course. Sounds like a peaceful place. Something that he's always working on, right? So progress, not perfection type
Right,
thing.
exactly.
What's that for you, bud?
For me, it's hiking when it's kind of less measurable. But over the years, I've never been very healthy, never worked out very much. Lucky enough just to be skinny naturally, but
lucky dog.
we'll see what happens in a couple of years. Still young, but
Yeah, you hit 30, man. You're gonna be.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You better start jogging now.
But yeah, it's like going longer distances, finding places you kind of haven't been before, being alone.
You taking pictures and stuff while you're out there?
Taking photos, listening to music, just kind of forcing myself to get out there and expend some energy on something that's not self-destructive.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think that describes golf too, right? You're investing time,
Yeah.
money, and a
Right.
lot of energy into something that's not self-destructive.
Right.
Now, are you ever going to hit the PGA Tour? Maybe not.
No.
But you can be proud of the game that you're playing, right? You find
Right.
the peace and serenity,
yeah.
and you make these little mini accomplishments that
Yeah.
even if it's only you that knows about it.
Just just little steps of improvement, man. It's great for me.
Yeah.
When I got sober, that's how I gauged that I was getting better in sobriety, was little steps of improvement. So, little steps of improvement. My golf game leads me to believe that I will be
Yeah.
at where I want to be by the time, one day I'll just be like, okay, I'm a good golfer. Just like when I was sober, one day I woke up and I'm like, wow, I've been sober for so long. It's great. I finally did it.
Yeah.
So maybe that hole in one or that 300-yard drive would be like, yeah, I finally did it.
Yep.
It's a good comparison.
We'll have to have you back in around August time, see where you're at
Right.
with that. Maybe you hit that moment. I was with him at the driving range 2 days ago. The guy is hitting it nearly 300 yards each time.
250, 275. I was crushing it.
Yep, and straight.
Yeah, it was a good day.
And what sucks for me is I started golfing when I was in 6th grade. I don't know. I can't even throw it 250. I couldn't take a shovel and hit it 250. So, but I'm happy for him.
You get a new driver, man. Get that tailor-made driver.
I know. And you've done really well at being out there consistently. I went like 4 or 5 times last year. That's just enough to knock the rust off each time. And then,
Yeah, I probably won't
wasted.
golf this year as much as I did last year because my motorcycle riding suffered. So I want to balance that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're ready to wrap this up. Matt, do you have any questions for anybody on the panel today?
Not today.
All right. Well, Matt, you've been doing a great job. Thank you so much for being our director today. Robert, we can't thank you enough for your
thanks
time.
for having me.
Thank you, Robert.
Yep.
Any parting words of wisdom you'd like to say?
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Sun's out.
Just be good to each other.
And the
man.
best tool in the kitchen is heavy metal.
That's right. We're a heavy metal kitchen.
All right. Well, we love you, Robert. We love having you here at Stevens Center. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.